guys hear? Ford just made a Mustang with 300 horsepower to stock. What? Now, those were my exact words back in high school in 2005 when Ford freaking made a Mustang with 300 horsepower stock right out of the dealership. What the heck was going on, man? What the heck? Little did we know that this was going to be the beginning of what we like to call the muscle car wars. And thanks to that is why we have all these crazy muscle cars now. Let's get into this. My YouTube fam, welcome back to another episode of Real Review. You guys already know the drill by now, man. I get the car, keep it simple, no crazy confusing numbers. Let's get it rolling. Now today we're actually in a 2007 Ford Mustang, and dude, this was the car. This is it right here. This is the car in 2005. This Mustang right here is what started everything. It's what started the muscle car wars. It's what started all these crazy high horsepower cars that Chevy's pumping out, Dodge is pumping out. Ford has bumped up their game ever since this car. But you know what? You can trace it all back to the 2005 Ford Mustang GT with that 300 and something horsepower, man. You can't mess with that. Back in the early 2000s, 300 horsepower, dude, you were on top of the freaking world. And you know what? This car still feels like you aren't it. When this Mustang came out, I was still in high school. And one of my friends actually had this car, and I thought he was the coolest freaking kid in the school, man. And I'll never forget the day that he opened that hood, he popped the hood, and I saw that freaking beefy engine, that 4.6 liter engine, and I swear to God, it looked like somebody was flexing a six-pack or something, man. It looked so powerful, and that thing screamed muscle. You know, and even now, it still screams muscle. When you look at that engine, you know, it's freaking, you know that thing means business, man. Now, this one has about, I think it's 300 to 305 horsepower. And believe it or not, back in the day, back in the early 2000s, that was a lot of power. That was crazy. I mean, nowadays, you know, you got cars making 440 like my SRT8, and that's barely even strong enough anymore, you know, because all these cars are pumping out 700 plus horsepower. You know, it's kind of hard to compete. Now, for any of you guys considering buying this Mustang, you know, this year Mustang, I gotta tell you, man, it still has that Mustang feeling. As soon as you get in the car, it's instant. My first ever car was actually a Mustang Cobra, and as soon as I sat in this car, it was like, you know, like deja vu all over again. The seat, the tight, everything's tight. You just get that feeling, you know, you get that feeling that it's just you in the road, you know, and I don't know how to explain it. You got to be in a Mustang to explain it. I call it the Mustang effect. This car has actually aged really well. Besides a few squeaks here and there with a suspension, you know, it still hauls ass like it should. It's a freaking Mustang. Woo! And you know what? Good thing about these cars is that you could put any mod out there. These Mustangs, there's a freaking part for all of them, and they're super cheap, super easy to find. And you put small amount of mods and you make big amounts of horsepower. That's what Mustang's all about. Now, the awesome thing about these year Mustangs is that you can actually find them for under 10 grand. You know, and back in the day, these things were going for 35 plus. You know, now you can find them 10,000, 7,000, maybe even 5,000 if you're lucky. And they do age really well. They hold up really good. That 4.6 liter, that thing has been tested and tried. It is Ford's freaking version of the LS, of the LT1, is just, it doesn't die. And you know, for good reason, man. For good reason they put it on these freaking Mustangs, because these things can just take a beating and they just keep on going. So let's take a look at the interior. Seats right here, still holding up very, very good. You know, you got your automatic transmission. These things came in manual, obviously in automatic. Nowadays it's a lot easier to, you know, to use an automatic with all the traffic now in every city. It's really annoying actually to be shifting, you know, between gears. So very convenient. Everything's holding up really good. This is from 2007. The steering wheel's still good. Everything's been maintained so well. Look at this. There's no freaking, nothing's falling apart. All the materials are holding up. You know, this is an American muscle car. It's not, this isn't luxurious. This isn't, you know, suede or anything like that, or I don't know, llama skin or whatever the Europeans do, man. But you know what? It's still holding up, man. It's America, man. This thing is, you know, it's durable and it'll last, and it doesn't matter, man. It's just a freaking Mustang. Who cares? You guys are thinking about picking these things up, man? Go for it, man. You got a cheap, affordable muscle car. It's a freaking Mustang at the end of the day. Comes already with 300 horsepower stock. You could just add an exhaust, an intake, hell, even supercharge it if you got the money for it, and you got instant power. The only thing about Mustangs is those freaking rear wheels, man. They're notorious for spinning out, for hitting people, for skidding out, losing control, and it's a part of the car. You got to learn how to control it. And it, you know, you got to be a good driver as well. So not only, you know, you got to be in tune with the car, but you got to be aware of your surroundings, and you got to be aware that those rear tires will spin out on you and you will lose it. So with that being said, I would probably get some fatter tires in the back if you're going to do more horsepower. That's it, man. I was keeping it simple. It's a quick, short, easy review. I'm hungry. I got to go eat. I'm hungry, man. Got to go eat. I don't grow this big ass beard by not eating. I got to go eat. All right. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Who knows? Maybe we might do a little race with the Mustang and the SRT8. It's Real Reviews checking out. 2007 Ford Mustang GT. Still keeping it real, baby. Still flexing that six-pack. I'll see you guys later. Peace. There's nothing better than that Mustang feeling. There's nothing better. You get me? I mean, I don't know if it's the, you know, the suspension, the rear-wheel drive, the lightweight, but whatever it is, man, there is such a thing as a Mustang feeling. And no car can ever replicate that.